Wow, that was faster than I thought. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Hensley.
Hello, Hensley, uh, Sister, Ripley, PLE, uh, Brent, Rev. Who else do we have in here? Besides us, there was somebody I see a while ago. That was a new name to me. Oh, Chris the Ghost Hunter. Welcome, welcome. Anybody that I missed? Tell Boots I said hey.
Hey, Boots. Hey, Ghost Ops.
So yeah, we're just chilling. Jax, I'll let you take it and tell them why we're here.
Well, we are here, guys, because we want to let you guys know instead of going to everybody individually, this is the easiest way is to do a live and let everybody know what to expect from the channel here. Uh, it's a long time coming for both of us. I think I speak for Nicole as well when I say this. We both have been on a journey to find a partner that we could take our investigations to the next level.
Right.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to get the best content out there so everybody can learn from it
Hmm.
and get some feedback, and hopefully, maybe we can get some techniques from
Everybody.
everybody. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We need your input too. Kind of tell us some places that you would like to see us go or things you would like to see us to try. I mean, I'm not going to do that like super crazy. I mean, he's over there at Jack's spot, but yeah.
Hello, hello, Noah.
Hello, Noah. So yeah, if anybody has any input or um, yeah, I can't wait to either Ripley. I'm still trying to think. I know where I would like our first investigation to be, but um, I'm waiting on. Let's see. Yeah, he's over there. I have to go the other way. See when Jax is going to be in the area for me to or for us. Well, right now it's kind of since I'm in the area, I'll know what to set up. But I have an interesting place as of last night. I would like for him to scope out. Yeah, Bobby Mackey's. I would like to see us do Bobby Mackey's together. Of course, I'd like to go back to Bobby Mackey's. What do you think about that, Jack?
I have never been to Bobby Mackey's. I am trying to take everything that I've seen and heard from not just you, but from a lot of people, the whole location with a grain of salt, because I want to go in and experience this for myself.
Right.
If that
Kind of like I did.
if that makes any sense at all. Not saying I don't believe anybody. I'm just, that's just how I operate.
And I don't know if Jax is up for this, but I was going to do something kind of we're going to of course keep it professional, but I would also like to keep it lively. And I have this new big wheel thing up here, and I would like for like every 100 subscribers that we get, if you guys would give us input of some things that you would like to see us do, we can like put it on the wheel, spin the wheel, and that's what we have to do. What do you think
Yeah,
about that, Jax?
yeah, that
Keep it within moderation. I mean, I'm not going to do nothing crazy like run naked through the neighborhood or nothing. But
hey Grinch.
Grinch, and I'm not going to tase myself like Grinch either. No, I ain't gonna happen. No.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a fascinating ride. See, I've always Here was the idea that we came up with, and people uh, are gonna laugh at this when I say this, but I am dead serious. The idea for this channel to begin with, and the idea of us permanently being together as a collab or couple or whatever you want to call it, is to go back to every single place. I'm going to spill the beans here that Ed and Lorraine Warren went to.
Hmm.
We want to try to validate everything that they've done, or maybe we don't catch the same data that they did.
Hmm. I mean,
That
those are big shoes to fill, and we're not actually trying to be them, but I solely believe I facts here that their field was and their time was cut short in what they were coming up with and what they were providing for the paranormal community.
yes, yes, Noah, we investigate the paranormal. Yes, but it's that's, well, you should try
Mhm.
to join a team, Noah, and see if you can get on with somebody and give it a shot. It's not for everybody, I know that, but it's
Yeah.
it's I've seen people, rookies that have never done it before, and they come in and knock it clean out of the park.
Hmm. And I've seen people start off as urban explorers, and they do really great as urban explorers, but then they kind of transform over into the paranormal side.
Hmm.
And since they already got that urban explorer experience, I mean, I have been absolutely dumbfounded at some of these, newer creators that have made that's not a giant transition, but yeah, I'm just like, wow, you know,
Yeah, it's hey, Mrs. Grinch.
hey,
Hey,
Mister.
Nubs. But it's pretty fascinating stuff that it's not only like we want to help further the field, but we also
Mhm.
want to help the spirit, and if we do um, private residences, that we can help everybody all the way around.
Mhm. And I would like to do like some equipment reviews. I've seen how to make some of these devices. Maybe that we can even do some little, you know, I'm not going to say how to, because that's not what I want to do. But what am I trying to say here, Jax? Um, make these devices and try them out, and do lives on those.
Hmm. Yeah, that's something that we definitely would have to look into. We'd have to get some type of
Hmm.
like a mobile hotspot or something, so we can actually bring live investigations instead of using a hotspot, say like on a phone.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, we're definitely going to look into that because even before over on the Veil channel. I don't know about yours, but I would love to take everybody with us and for that experience because I see other people doing it and
Hmm.
I'm like, wow, I wish I had where people could see this and experience it. And, I don't have any signal. So yeah, we're definitely, that's going to be top of the list there.
Yeah,
Kinsley wants to build his own toys too. Yeah.
yeah, that's something we're looking into too. There's well, building your own REM pod. You can do that. You can build your own spirit box. There's all kinds of things that you know.
Hmm.
Building your own SLS camera. Yeah, we're definitely going to look into all that.
and I definitely want to look into. I was watching some movie the other night, and the spirit out of nowhere was telling me. Remember me telling you about this, Jax?
Hmm.
The ions of light or something. I guess it was like some Einstein moment, and I didn't make any sense of it because I'm not a super genius, and that's how it came across to me. But I'm gonna take this knowledge and information that was given to me and try different breaks of light and colors of light and see if what they're telling me is an actual truth on how we can see them better. I mean, it's something that I'm really going to have to read into, and I might become Wile E. Coyote, super genius. But I'm really interested in what was told to me on that. I wish I still had it brought up of what they actually told me.
It's in our hangout somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. You know how much we talked here today?
Yeah, I know.
It's probably 5 hours back there. I'll be like trying to find you in your baby pictures the other night. Neb said you can always make your own EMF meter. I wouldn't even know how to begin with that.
Yeah, the thing is, I can't even remember the guy's name, and he's well known too.
Hmm.
He's the owner. He's on TV once in a blue moon, and he's on. He does have what is it? Digital dowsing.
Hmm.
I
I
can't
think
remember.
he was asking if you could make one. Yeah, he was wanting to know how to make one. Yeah.
What's his name? His last name's Chapel. The heck is his name?
Let me look it up.
I think it
What
was
is?
I think it was Chapel.
How am I looking this up? Chapel Paranormal Guy. Bill Chapel.
Is it
The
Bill? Might be Bill.
Steve Chapel. That's what Sheila just said.
No.
And yeah, better. Rev Cutter said that's Bill Chapel.
It,
Um,
yeah, I think it might be Bill.
he's on Ghost Adventures.
Yes,
Yeah, Bill Chapel.
and that's who I got the SLS camera that I had.
Said Bill.
I mean, he's got some good stuff over there. A lot of the stuff you see on TV you can't even get. So
Yeah, I even found out how to make one of them Wonder Boxes. I think
what is
that's
what is
the
it?
one, like the Wonder Box, kind of like Ripley has with the amplifier and the yeah. Of course,
Yep.
I'm not gonna put no bedazzle on it, but I think it's kind of neat how they bring out, or you can actually tone out the white noise, and pretty much you're making a necrophonics is what it sounds like to me. But I like dabbling in gadgets.
Good night, Nubs. Thank you for coming.
Night nubs. Seen this already? Yeah, about. But I do know there is quite a few places in the range that we can't get into.
That we can't get into.
Hmm.
I'm sure that there is. I mean, we're going back how many years?
Yeah, that would be like a glory moment to actually. No, I've been on the property, but I haven't been in the house, and that is Amityville.
Yeah, didn't they? They actually moved that house, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they changed the address.
Oh, they changed the address. That's right.
Yeah, and now I'm not for sure, but I understood like here within the past month, it's like for sale again.
Hmm. Well, if there isn't something there, then why is it being sold so many times?
Yeah.
That's my question.
I mean, the people who do own it still, I don't know if they do. I was thinking I seen it was for sale. But I mean, they say there's nothing wrong with it, and they get highly agitated and don't even let people out in the street, kind of like the Exorcist house here.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to investigate that.
But I know um, the Conjuring house.
Hmm.
They're pretty open. Um, oh, there's quite a bit. Of course, some of the things they done, like the werewolf Paul and stuff like that. I mean, not gonna be able to do that. We might be able to find our own.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a lot behind them that was not really publicized. I mean, that they done, private investigations and stuff like that. You would like to own your own haunted house? You can have this one, Hensley. I'll move. We'll just trade houses. I want to go that way.
Yeah, Rev Kruger said let's pool our money together and buy it. Talking about the
Amityville.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Ripley lives in a haunted house because her children, her child, likes to bring friends home. Right, Ripley. Yeah, I would like to buy something. I mean, not necessarily Amityville, but I would like to buy something that is definitely, has activity and let people just investigate it, see what they come up with.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, have a big enough place, where they could, stay the night or maybe even build like a small investigator community out there on the outskirts of it. But,
Yeah, we've actually talked about that too, fairly
mhm.
recently. Have teams come out and spend the night and investigate the house and do other, if it's for the weekend, then we can plan on other investigations around the house.
Yeah, Hansel, you just said you wanted to live in a haunted house, and you said you have a shadow man in your house. That would classify it as being haunted, I would think. I mean, I would like to have the whole shebang. I mean, a haunted house, a haunted woods, and just, of course, that's not too hard to find around here, especially with all the Revolutionary, Civil War stuff, the slaveries, the old houses. What's wrong with Jack?
I just heard something strange. You don't have a dog in the house, right?
No,
I just heard what sounded like dog tags come through the audio.
really. Oh,
Uh,
I ain't nothing here.
okay. No, Hensley said that he said he wants to own one for people to investigate at.
Oh, yeah, that'd be super awesome.
Yeah, that's I don't know. We have looked at a couple places, but it's one of them needs a lot of work. A lot of work.
And I found one. It needs a lot of work, but I actually thought about doing no work to it because it sits in the middle of a field that's never had any natural plumbing, natural electricity, anything like that. It's still the plaster Paris walls, kind of like this one is.
Hmm.
Um, it seems in pretty good shape. I mean, it's not going to fall over or anything, but I would like to have it just for those purposes. Hey, Kara J.
Hey, Kara, how are you?
Yeah, at the big long yard of this thing, it's still got the old two concrete pillars where you know you're walking into someone's property, like back in the Gone with the Wind kind of looking houses. It's an awesome, huge house, and they only want $37,000 for it. Not 137, only 37,000. That's like two cars or one good car.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it sits right here in the Ozarks. So, I mean, there's the tubing rafting that would be available. You know, investigators want some pastime. They have camping and caves, and yeah, that'd be awesome. Hey, Mama Kitten.
Yeah, so it's definitely gonna be good. I'm really looking forward to this.
Oh, most definitely. And I'm going to try. Of course, my try is yes, Nicole's going to get it done. Whenever we do have our first investigation, and I would like to do that, and it's up to Jax here to do it as a promo video. And when that promo video comes out, I would also like to get our Teesprings going by then and have a little giveaway, kind of our coming out party.
Yeah.
This is not a really official coming out party, but we ain't nowhere near together yet. So you have any ideas? Jax?
Um. See, I only know what places around here. You know what I mean? I don't know any places out there.
Oh, I know a lot of places around here.
You know, I know there's quite a few places like okay, obviously I know that there's like Lizzie Borden House. You got to pay for it. I know
Mhm.
that there's
Hello, Julie.
the other with the yeah,
Alexa.
see what
The what?
the
I said,
Conjuring House.
oh, okay. Now, the Conjuring and the Harrisville Farmhouse are the same things, right?
The what?
The Harrisville Farmhouse.
Yes, it's the same
Okay,
house.
okay. I don't know why they call it two different things. Make me confused. St. Albans, yeah, that would be good too. And yeah, I will be referring to this video whenever I say, where should we go? Yeah, Kara would like to check out the Conjuring House too.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of places, but it's just like it's either like even like Waverly Hills. I mean, that's $1,000 for up to
Hmm.
10 people, and you got to book it in January,
Hmm.
or else you're not going.
Right.
It's all sold out by February, second week of January. Of
I'm
course, you
glad
can,
you message
Kara.
Miss Ripley.
I'm sorry.
I need to message Ripley on that November
Yeah,
thing. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I'll get with you, Ripley, at the end of this or here in a minute.
Of course, you can come with us, Kara. Why not?
Yeah, right. But we'll let you drive.
Uh, 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 uh.
Hensley said you should do some video at Boundsville Prison.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I know that Nicole's definitely going.
Mm.
Me, on the other hand, that might be a problem. I'm trying. I want to go, like really bad.
Wait, do I have two in November? Is that the same one that Ripley and Ghost Stops and all they were going to?
Yeah, West Virginia.
Okay. I'm looking at my calendar. Okay, I was confused because I have Old South Hospital March 19th. I'm guessing that's next year, Hensley. Great.
Which?
Old South, it's like Altonsburg or something Hospital March 19th. I wrote it down. I just didn't write it down very well.
Yes, Ghost Stops. Everyone is welcome to go. Everybody's welcome to go. Well, if we get too many people, we'll have to send in teams so there's no like noise contamination.
Okay, yeah, that's in March. See, I wrote it down. I sporadically write it down. I just didn't put 2021.
Yeah, old South Pittsburgh Hospital, yes.
Yeah.
And there's the old Grand Central Station in Buffalo. There's Rolling Hills uh, out in New York. I forget what town that's in.
Who stops going to aggravate? I guess he's talking to you, aggravate you in person or somebody.
It takes a lot for me to get aggravated. Ooh, do you hear that?
Yeah, what you do?
Somebody lighting fireworks off. Them's be illegal in this state.
Yeah, well, someone might be going to jail.
Jack Norris.
You see, I'm glad I don't have any but that one nickname, and I can't get no grief over it.
Yeah. So,
I
the
wonder how,
heck?
how many allergy pills a person's allowed to take in one day. Oh goodness. Uh, my Tom. Yeah, Ann Wilson.
So yeah, it's gonna be a fun ride. I'm really looking forward to it. Um, I mean, kind of had an idea when she first came out to visit me that how things were gonna go, but after we realized how well it was going to um, go well, we just decided we were gonna start a collab channel. Actually, it's not really a collab channel. What is it? What would you call it? Collab channel?
Um, it's a channel, I think. I mean, we're still doing the same things. I think I pretty much kind of told everybody that mine's going to be switching over to the psychic medium part of who I am.
Hmm.
It's going to be more like a vlog thing for me. I mean, I still will have stuff over there, but the paranormal stuff that I do, investigations, will be over here.
Yeah.
So,
Hensley says couples channels, and Kara said couples channels. LOL. I love it.
now he's the lead investigator, and I told him he was because your thing went all fuzzy. What's wrong?
Yes, a partnership, Rev.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And Hensley says I would love to investigate with the both of you. Yes.
I investigate with Hensley. He's pretty cool. Bootsy's kind of like me. He runs off. You have to find him.
Oh yeah, you're shooting a film.
Awesome.
Very nice. So if anyone would like to come up, just let us know and we'll send you the link directly.
Yeah. Because I mean, I really don't know what to talk about. I mean, I could get Tom out playing with his ball, but since he is here,
All
he's
right.
great. I'm gonna switch us over to the plane background while you're doing that.
Okay, Kara. Are we still connected on Twitter or? Because I tried sending you a message and it wouldn't go through, so I don't know how to get in touch with you now. Hey, Eli, how are you?
Hey, Eli. Uh, I absolutely got to put up a background here. There we go. We're kind of plain Jane back there, but
All right, let's see.
uh, you do have the link, right?
I do have the link, yes.
You the man. You got it, Captain Jack.
Yeah, why don't you tell that little story?
What
Well,
story? I think everybody's heard the story of Captain
did
Jack.
they? Okay, I thought it was just today.
Yeah, we told it because I think it was Hensley or somebody, or maybe it was Ghost Top was wanting to see the beard on the guy, which I think I done deleted that. But I can tell you about my experience last night.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Wait till you see the video, and I did stick it out there. I could say it because it's on my other channel. Um, there was something that was like trying to follow us. And my tech, which is my daughter, she had her first experience of being run up on. It was kind of funny, but then again, it wasn't because first of all, she's frozen in fear and she can't move anywhere because she's got my camera, she's got the IR light, and she's wrapped up in cords like of the USB camera and all that. Everybody knows I got all this stuff that I don't need, but she's standing there with this and she's hearing these. I mean, you can hear it in the video running up on her, and she's like freaking out, can't go anywhere. But yeah, that one we had stuff thrown at the car. My car was actually being shook back and forth. Yeah, and at the end, I was actually going to get out and do another EVP session, and I could see that the my hood of my car just pretty much disappears in this black mass of I don't know what it was, and I'm like, no, veil is gone. I'm done. So yeah, yeah, I just put it up here a few seconds ago. I was trying to rush that out to get over here. But yeah, I want to send Jax out there. Um, I think by listening to the audio on that one and comparing it to the Dybbuk Cemetery one of mine, that I either have the attachment or it's followed me. And I thought I got rid of it the last time, but apparently I didn't. So these things are nothing to mess around with, guys. I mean, a lot of people saying, "Oh, there ain't nothing to be scared of." Well, yeah, it's best to have a little bit of fear, and especially if you're dealing with what I did last night.
Mm,
I about found some new religion. I didn't know what kind it was going to be, but I was gone.
yeah, well, like I said, it was like knowing me, I'll probably stare Stare right at it, right in its face.
Yeah, it'd be the first video of watching Jax fly backwards going, wee.
Mm-mm. I've never ever ran from an investigation ever.
Well, I haven't either, but that was two different stories. I mean, I know you haven't seen it yet, but
I know, I know.
I don't like my car, and we're talking a four-door Buick. I mean, those are heavy vehicles. I mean, it's a mid-sized car. I mean, it's shaking enough that my camera, you can watch my shadow moving, so it was shaking my car pretty good. And then the deep guttural growls that were coming from nowhere and things flying around, and I got her.
Okay.
Hello, Kara.
Hello.
What you
Hi, hi,
doing?
how you doing?
I'm pretty good. Trying to dry off. Got caught in a rainstorm.
That can't be good.
Well, yeah. It wasn't. The weird thing is that it wasn't forecast for rain. And then we were outside shooting, and then all of a sudden it just clouded over and started pouring rain.
Wow,
We had to run for cover.
that sucks.
It happened.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that one time to be on an investigation with all my equipment. The rain just come down and I would be happy.
Yeah.
Ah, I gotta get comfortable, y'all.
Well, lucky enough for us, though, it was, toward the end of shooting. We were just trying to get a few last shots, so not too bad. We got most of the day done.
Awesome. Julie was wanting to know what cemetery we would like to go visit.
Well, I know that there's one in Boston that around Boston Common that has Paul Revere in it, and there's actually Mother Goose is buried in it. Most people don't realize Mother Goose was a real person.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't her name, but that was what she was called, and that's what's written on her tomb, Mother Goose.
Huh. That would be cool.
And the place is supposed to be extremely haunted. But from what I heard, they closed it all off, so you can't get in there anymore.
There's one actually next to me that I would like to go to. It's called the Old Loremer Cemetery in Cape Girardeau, and it has the tapping ghost. And this ghost is supposed to follow you around, and you can feel it tapping you on your shoulder. It has also been known to pull girls' hair and pinch guys on the butt. And yeah, it's one of the oldest cemeteries in the region, and it's got like 6,500 people in there. But many of the graves, like the one over here, they're unmarked. But I mean, it's got Civil War. There's a lot of revolutionary stuff in there. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted ones there in Cape Girardeau.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
I think I'd actually like to go to Arlington.
I've been to Arlington. It was different. What I got at Arlington was visitors, not really so much the ones that were there, and I found that kind of disturbing to me. And I really, probably shouldn't share it with everybody, but yeah, I got more of spirits that are visiting there than the actual ones that are there. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yep.
Oh, my allergies are horrible. Um, there's another cemetery here too that I would like to get back to, and I have been talking to the girls about getting back into the Blackwell Cemetery, Hensley. I said, we weren't welcome in there, and they put the big chain on the road. And the girls actually contacted me saying that her grandfather was buried out there, and she'd be more than welcome for me to ride back there with her. But I'm a little sketchy on that because, and I'll tell you guys, and I didn't mean it hatefully. I guess it was her dad that came up, and I had made the comment that we're going to follow the local yokels. And I didn't mean it in a bad term because I'm a local yokel myself. A local yokel is someone who lives there that knows, the local area, a local yokel. But this girl was mad at me because I made the statement, and now she's like, okay, I understand, you apologize, but hey, I want to take you to the backwoods and show you the cemetery. My psychic instinct says, yeah, I apologize even if you're listening to this one or find me. I mean, I'm a little worried. I mean, people, if I don't know you, I'm not gonna just jump in your car and, hey, let's go out in the woods.
Yeah. Like I don't know you. I'm not sure this is a good decision.
Yeah. But then again, I didn't know Jackson took off to Boston. I mean, he could have been Boston Strangler's cousin. I don't know.
It's true. It's true. I said that to her like right before she came out. Of course, I was joking, but you know how jokes can be misconstrued. And I said, for all you know, I could be a psycho killer and I could like kill you and put you inside of a trunk.
Yeah,
Put
he says this
chains
to
around
me.
it. Put chains around it.
Yeah. And I came anyway, of course, I might be ignorant. Got the Boston Strangler hanging around the house because he misses his cousin or something.
It was my much older brother.
Oh, gee, thanks. That helps. Yeah, yeah, people are sensitive. I mean, we love them. We all got differences in how we take people, and it was just taken wrong, and I apologize for it. Sometimes people don't know how to take me, and that's okay. Some people think I'm a little tight, whenever I'm not.
And the other thing that we want to do too is that we want to have people come out and investigate with us too. You know, like Ghost Ops and Ripley and Hensley and Boots and PLE and Rev and Kara if she can get
Everybody.
out. You know, everybody. So
Well,
just
is it safe for me to go down there? I will.
it depends on what state you go to.
Stay out of Boston.
Yeah, well, Boston, that's kind of screwed up. That's really screwed up because they put you all through all that crap and all that worrying and everything, and then you get here and no one checks your
Yeah.
paperwork.
And what I found fascinating, not only the the test for the cooties, they never checked my train ticket. I mean, I could have been some Joe Smo off the street, walked into the station, carried my baggage up there, sat down, and just rode my free ride all the way to Boston. No one ever checked the ticket. Never. I guess just because you look like tourists and you got, 8 bags with you, hey, they're legit. Yeah, I'll get you some luggage. I'm sure you can pull it off. But no, don't do that.
I think currently, right now, the border between where I am at the moment in the United States is locked up tighter than a nun's you-know-what.
Mm.
I think so too.
So I wouldn't be able to go down there right now, even if I wanted to.
Yeah, I think Missouri is pretty open. Illinois is open. I've been over there.
Cool.
Oh, we lost her. She come back.
I don't know. Something blinked.
But me. But yeah,
Probably.
Hensley said Ohio's open.
Well, it's open here too, but it's not like fully open. They didn't even get through part 3 of phase 2 yet. So it's kind of like they have restaurants open, but yeah, you can sit in the restaurant. You walk in with you have to wear a mask walking in, but as soon as you sit down at the table, you can allowed to take your mask off.
Well, I don't know how you're going to eat with it on anyway, but I mean, yeah, it don't make any sense.
And then other restaurants you can't even eat inside, and then other restaurants it's outside eating only.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up around here too. They just passed the bylaw for mandatory masks, and I'm like, why didn't you do that in the beginning of phase 1? You're doing it now that we're already past phase 2.
Yeah, that was kind of the way it was around here. We opened up, I think, actually too, phase 2. I mean, our restaurants and bars and everything was open, and I'm like, okay, everything is fine. I'm looking at the numbers. We're steady. We're actually dropping. Of course, we only had like 17 cases anyway in our small town of 40,000. But next day, I call Domino's and it's contactless delivery, and I'm like, well, I thought we were open, and then everything just started shutting down again. I mean, the national parks, we weren't allowed to go in those, and then the next thing I know that there's only 10 allowed in the grocery store, and I'm like, I thought we were open. This was like just yesterday. I mean, so it was really confusing.
So Mrs. Grinch had a question: is there an intro protocol for paranormal investigators meeting a ghost/spirit? Like, how do you all let them know you mean them no harm?
Well, it's just like you would tell anybody. I mean,
Yeah.
the way I've always told people, if you walk into a doctor's office or anything like that, it's your demeanor. It's how you act toward another person. Introduce yourself. Hi, my name is such and such. I would like to talk to you. Would you like to talk? I mean, it's just the tone in your voice and how you approach them as a normal person. And if they want to talk to you, they'll talk to you. If they don't, then they don't. Just like some days I don't like talking to people. So that spirit might be like, I don't want to talk today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the protocol would be would introduce yourself, say hello,
Be
like
friendly, be polite.
yeah, just like you're meeting somebody new.
Past Life Explorer says you give them a taco pizza
Yeah, they might actually like that.
from Domino's, by the way.
Oh, it's going to be Domino's, huh?
Domino's has taco pizza.
Yeah, because Hensley got one, and he's got that new channel out, right? Him and
Hmm.
Boots, and they ordered the taco pizza. There was no sauce on it. There was
Yeah.
not what exactly? There was no pizza sauce. There was no pizza sauce. There's no taco sauce. Chicken, onions. What else was on there, Hensley? Chicken, onions, and cheese, and the cheese went like it was all clumpy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm real good on that. He said no sauce at all.
Yeah, green pepper and cheese.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
how do you advertise a taco pizza without having a taco sauce on it? I mean, at least try to make it look, like a tacos.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point, isn't it?
would you like your taco with or without sauce?
Yeah, so but that's what we planned on doing. Um, the there is an interesting concept that like Nicole was explaining for her channel, what she's planning on doing with that. As far as my channels, I may just continue the lives, or here's an idea that I thought for all 3 channels. my individual channel, her individual channel, and our combined channel. As after the on this channel, Shrouded Doctors, once this goes out, um, our investigation video, then we could drop videos on our own channel separately to get a different point of view. And I think that might give it more in depth to what the investigation was like.
Mm. Well, where I was really lost on that, and I'm still lost on it. Not saying it's not a good idea. Okay, you have your point of view from your camera. I have my point of view from my camera.
Right.
Okay, what's Shroud of Darkness supposed to put up? Our combined videos?
Yeah.
Well, they've already got that point of view and the other point of view.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
You know what I'm saying, though, right?
yeah, I do know. I get it.
That's just where I was just lost. And Mrs. Grant said that, she was thanking me, but she was just always thinking that she finds it weird that when you have your gadgets or get close to them all of a sudden, and, for me, sometimes, I just explain what's in my hand and what I use it for, You have to think about somebody that's from the 1800s or, that has no idea what some of these things are. To say, this is not going to hurt you in any way, explain what it is, and for love of Pete's sake, don't ever tell a spirit if they are dead. A lot of them don't know, and then all of a sudden you have an angry or confused spirit on your hands. So if you want to explain that you have a spirit box in your hand, just explain it's communication device that helps others speak to you, not because of why. It's you have to do that little roundabout thing. But yeah, I never let a spirit know. I mean, some spirits do know, some don't.
Yeah, you just kind of have to be careful about how you word it when you're explaining what the devices are, right? Explain more what they do and not so much that they're meant for spirits or, people that have passed on.
Right.
Yep.
Well, there's your third one. Sister said, put it from Becky's point of view. If we can get her to run a camera, that would work.
Yeah. We'll get her there. But it's just
I'll be right back. I gotta get my glasses. I keep poking the wrong thing. I've used my eyes too much today, and I can't see.
okay. Yeah, so it's we're really excited to do what we're doing. It's like I said, it's a long time coming for the both of us. Just to try that, to find that somebody that you can trust explicitly, and to like, I guess it would be putting your life in their hands, kind of.
Yeah, in a lot of ways it would be.
So
You have to have a lot of trust there.
there she is.
Instant nerd. Okay.
No, you're just
By,
a smart
George.
librarian.
Yeah, by George, I can see.
Okay.
What in the Hades? Okay. Well, at least not poking wrong buttons here. They was talking about Domino's pizza, and I'm poking other buttons over here.
Yeah. So, what are your expectations there, Nicole? What do you think? How do you think this is going to work out?
Well, I do know at first it's going to be kind of sketchy, but like I said, like you said, I hope that we can actually extend on with the different investigations and the proof, uh, the new gadgets and stuff, and how they work and how they're going to I want to say influence, that's not the word I'm looking for, enhance our investigational work and stuff like that. I mean, I want to put out some videos that's going to be, some wow moments for people.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Mrs. Grant.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait to get started.
Yeah. I think we had our first little thing at Anawan Rock that, I mean, we were kind of awkward in that because I never really worked with you before. You've never really worked with me. And once, we do start working together and we know how to, you know, get each other's cues and, I mean, I think we'll get a lot better than what we are.
Yeah, there was a lot of feeling out of each other. Like, don't anyone take that the wrong way. That's not what I meant.
Not literally.
Okay. So,
Even though my camera was on his butt 90% of the time and I had to cut it out, but that's just because I'm short.
yeah.
He's so bloody tall. I could like put it up at an angle and be like, dang it, get down on your knees.
Yeah, I would literally, holding it up here from now on when we went to all the other ones because he's like, why is that camera, pointed there? And I'm like, well, you were leading the pack and I'm back here. We're at an incline. Where else is it going to point?
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron. Sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, once we get the ball rolling and do more investigations together, and we'll stop picking up on what each other's thinking. I mean, we do that already anyway, so
But
it's things are gonna get really good, and I'm really highly excited over it.
yeah, because I've definitely got to learn to. Whenever I see things or I hear things, I'm used to being with myself or with my tech with my daughter, and I've got to learn those vocal cues to give to him. He can't read my mind, so yeah. Instead of me sitting there going,
Oh, this is happening, Jack. I'm seeing this.
yeah, and I forget sometimes, and I'm just like, oops. So yeah,
Well, I think you guys would be really awesome. It's just a learning experience, right, for the both of you to just do it. And the more that you do it together, the better it's going to be, the easier, and it'll just start to flow naturally after a while.
Hey, Rob, is you there, Miss Vanderman? Yeah, so I think it's going to be interesting. A nice, I think our second one where we were at the rock thingy,
Titan Rock.
Titan Rock. Yeah, yeah, we did pretty good there. I mean, when I told you, what that place actually was, and I mean, you still kind of questioned me a little bit, like, you're crazy, but um, yeah, I think we worked pretty well on that one.
Well, it wasn't that I wasn't questioning you. It's just that from what I understood through actual history of the place,
Hmm.
that it was supposed to be a cemetery in there somewhere, but not a Native American, and not ones that were killed,
Hmm.
because they tend to leave that stuff out of history.
Yeah, and I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they killed some of them, but I was in the understanding that the whole area was taken from them. Like they were, pushed off their lands and out of their homes, and I mean, had to leave their dead and everything behind. And that's what all that energy was about, right there.
It wasn't that place. If you if you remember, if did you see the whole thing of the Bridgewater Triangle, or did you like?
Yeah,
Or,
I kind of seen, the pictures of the Bridgewater Triangle, read some of the stories and that documentary that we were watching. So,
yeah, that's the one I'm talking. The documentary,
mhm.
because in that it says that it states that Taunton, Middleborough, Seekonk, Rehoboth were all burnt to the ground
Mhm.
by the natives, and it was only trying to get back at the settlers. That's very true, Ron.
Yeah, I was really surprised at a lot of those places that, I mean, I'm not a gigantic history buff to open up the books. I get a lot of my history from where I'm at. So, I mean, it's like the mill thing that we went to, that
Hmm.
whenever you asked me what it was, and I'm just like, well, this lady over here is telling me one thing, and you've read something differently.
Yep.
Yeah, Ron said the history learned isn't the whole truth, and it's not. I mean, I just wish that I had a video camera that picked up on sound and visual that came out of my brain, and just let y'all walk around with me for a day. That would be a good intention right there.
There
That
you
would be
go.
a great invention.
When are you going to design it?
Yeah, okay. I have nowhere to begin.
Yeah,
It would
So
look great.
Nicole, maybe you and I could invent it together.
Yeah. It would be like that. It was like a typewriter or something that that lady. Oh, what movie was that? It was like typing out her dreams in her book or something. Or maybe I'm thinking of Tommy Knockers. I don't know where that went. Just never mind. I have those moments.
well, what's interesting about the Dighton Rock is that it was fished out of the Taunton River,
Hmm.
and the reason why it was fished out of the Taunton River is because there's like petroglyphs like drawn all over it, and nobody knows where they came from. Nobody can figure it out what it says. Nothing.
I think it was some 5-year-old Indian boy out there, drawing pictures of fish and his grandma and his grandpa, and 200 years, 300 years later, long time down the road, they don't know what it is.
Yeah, but it wasn't just drawn; it was carved.
I'm just
Yeah,
making
but
it
isn't
up.
that usually how most things like that are done? You know, hundreds of years ago, they carve or draw something somewhere, and it has a specific meaning to them. But all we can do now, looking at it, is just guess, really.
Yeah.
And it could have been done with some kind of like, beeswax pencil or something like that, the rain would not wash that part of it. So it would kind of make it, look like it had been carved.
It could have been, but
I'm just saying.
I mean, just like what's there at Plymouth Rock? That's not Plymouth Rock.
I'm not sure what PLE is talking about. It's gone now, right? The Diatom Rock is in that museum, right? If that's what he's talking about.
No, it's still there. It's locked up inside the museum at Dighton Rock Park.
Yeah. And that wasn't the actual Plymouth Rock either, by the way.
No, no.
Thanks for coming, Hensley. We can't wait either. We're just waiting to get our first real investigation out there, and woo!
Take care, Hensley. Thank you for coming.
And I'll be checking out that taco pizza thing. I got kind of behind today, or I've been behind the last couple of days. I done an investigation yesterday, so I missed the taco pizza.
Yeah, so it's because my father and I know I've heard other people say the same thing. They were able to climb down and with a hammer and chisel and cut pieces off the Plymouth Rock. You you saw that rock. If you Google pictures of it, that rock is as smooth as you could possibly get.
Yeah, and it's smaller than my kitchen table.
Huh.
That was an awful little rock to be. Yeah. And I mean, I didn't see or feel nothing, residual or even spiritual right there in that area. So it seemed like, they got off the boat and they've been all that, sickness and tiredness. There would have been something there that I would have, picked up on. And I didn't.
No, but you did see the Puritans running around there, though.
Yeah. But if you remember, you were saying, what we were walking somewhere, and he was like, where's that the Plymouth Rock at or something, and I actually pointed back up toward the Mayflower too, where we were at. And I said, it's on up there, isn't it? And you're like, no, it's like right here. And I'm like, oh, that's it. I'm looking down at this rock, going, okay.
You might have been right. But I wasn't like catching on to what you were trying to say. I thought you were saying where it was, for the attraction.
Right.
That's where it was. That's what I thought you were trying to say.
Yeah. Well, see, that's where I said I got to learn how to communicate with you and how to. The actual Plymouth Rock, dude, is in my mind is up here, not the one you're looking at.
The place that I'm getting all of the emotions and the sense and feelings is over there, rather than where everybody goes.
I think Rob is leaving. Take care, Michigan man. I think he's leaving us.
Good night, Rob.
See you, Rob.
Oh yeah, no. But we will learn. We will grow. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, you will. Definitely, 100%.
Everybody's in for a ride. But
It'll be a fun one.
most definitely. Is there anything you wanna add to this, Mr. Jackson?
When do we start?
When are you moving?
Soon.
Well, soon does not tell me anything. Ghost
Sooner,
Ops is lurking.
sooner than everybody expects. I know that.
Well, I hope within the month. I mean, I would like to see you go to the West Virginia thing. That would be awesome. But,
Yeah, that's.
and we had that discussion earlier. I know.
It's. Yeah. I'm working on it.
But if you move and work kicks in, then you might not be able to go anyway.
Well, it all depends, I guess.
Well, yeah. They're not going to give you paid vacations as soon as you walk in the door.
No. I
So,
mean, most places that I've ever worked at, they give it to you like. I've been at places where they give you like a week vacation, even 2 week vacation, like after the first year.
he needs more help than loading boxes, Ghost Ops. And he's got to figure out a way to pull a car and his stuff.
Yeah, that's just it right now. Is that I lost my job due to COVID. I'm on unemployment. Here I am giving my life story out on online. you know, it's I can't find a real job because half the state, 3/4 of the state is closed. You know, I've been looking everywhere. Um, the unemployment, you know, how they were giving people at $600 on top of whatever they were getting for unemployment. They took that away. So now I'm just down to my regular unemployment. And so now it's time, like, okay, rent's gonna be kind of tough to come up with. And now we looked into getting a 10-foot U-Haul with a trailer so we could tow my car, and it's over $1,000.
I was like, wow. Yeah.
That'd almost be better to just find somebody to drive your car.
I would drive it, but it's just not going to make it. I know it's not going to make it.
No, because he probably needs a good $2,000 worth of work done on his car to make it probably securely and safe. So it's kind of a situation either way that we look at it. And I told him, I really wish, I knew at the known at the beginning. I mean, I would have saved all that, money, but I mean, we could have just went ahead and shipped him out here, got his job and stuff like that with what I bought train tickets and stuff with. But it is what it is. And I told him, I said, it works in mysterious ways. We'll figure it out. So yeah, that's why we're kind of at the we don't know when we're going to get this started, but we are going to get it started because somebody got moved. Hey, Bootsy.
Hey, Boots.
I call him Bootsy. That's my little psychic over there.
And if she comes here and we find a place out here, then it's going to be like our rent is going to be just an apartment, not even a house, just an apartment. It's like $1,500 or more a month,
Jeez.
and that's nothing included, no utilities whatsoever.
I don't even pay that for my mortgage.
Right?
My mortgage and all my utilities is under $1,000.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of where I'm sitting at now, and I have a 3-bedroom Victorian that's built in the 1800s. I mean, high 20-foot ceilings and great big rooms. I mean, my bedroom is like a 24 by 16. All my rooms are like that. I mean, and to go to like a studio apartment for double what I pay here, that's just I think it's kind of dirt.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, if you were to pick that house up and move it here, we're talking like $2,500 a month, easy, if not more.
Ron said he's just outside of New York. Well, Ron, you did not tell me that. I was just pretty close there.
Yep.
So, what I would like to discuss, and completely get out of personal business here, when we make our first 100 people, we're not too far from that actually. We need to get some ideas that I can write on paper. Like Jackson Drag.
No. Come on.
On a ghost hunt. He's going to be in full blown.
Full blown drag on a ghost hunt?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
You portray me and I portray you. How about that?
Oh, yes. Do it. You just switch places, play each other. That'd be fantastic.
But you got to wear a dress, even though I don't wear a dress on investigation. You gotta look female because you don't have the hair. You got to wear the dress. And I'm not cutting my hair. I'm sorry. I'll put it under a hat.
Yeah, but then you'd have the little problem with the beard thing, You could be the bearded lady.
I can, yeah. And I could take some eyebrow pencil and I could draw me one. Of course,
There you go. Yeah. You know, I could actually make you a beard myself. I've worked in hair and makeup in the industry. I could totally do you up like Jack.
Yeah, see? I got the first idea. It's going on the wheel. Anybody else got one?
Ron says he's in Alabama now.
Oh. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, yes.
Well, if no one else comes up with any ideas, I guess that's what it's going to be.
I do not have a PayPal. Wow, huh?
I do. It's on my
Well,
wheel.
then you're gonna need to get one, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I know. There's a lot of things I need to do. I gotta open up a merch store and everything else. So it's like I'm just like, yeah.
Well, we'll get you there, Jax.
But unfortunately for me, it's like this is like I gotta find something. Either way, either find something real quick within the next 2 weeks, or make sure that everything is out by the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
That's how like the nitty gritty I am right now.
Yeah, we'll make it happen one way or another.
But either way, I know it's gonna work. So it may not. I may not get there, and Bill already knows this. We've already discussed this. I might not even get there until like next year, like after winter. If worse comes to worse, I'll have to just get a job, and if I can, within the next 2 weeks, so I can make this month's rent, and then work on something early spring to get over there. Kind of sucks, but what can you do?
Yeah. I mean, I do have a PayPal, and I don't even like put it out there like that. I mean, Ghost Ops already mentioned it.
Well, I could always start a GoFundMe for you.
That's what I thought about doing for him.
We should. You and I, Nicole, we should start one for him.
Ghost Up says, I'm serious. Usually I joke all the time, but this time something important. Lean on the family, guys. Give us a chance.
Okay, I'm gonna come in under my other thing, and I mean, this is the only thing I know how to do this, guys. And I seriously, I did not, open this tonight for this, but I don't even. Thank you so much, guys.
Say what?
I'm having a moment. Hang on. Okay.
What?
Okay, so.
Are you okay?
Yes. This is my PayPal account, and it is connected to my Through the Veil, which we would see that it does appropriate to Jax. Hey, and hey, I've got to Jax. Would you make me a mod there?
Say what?
Would you go over there and moderate me?
Who?
Veil.
Where are you? You're not even on here, are you?
Yes, I just made a comment.
Do I need glasses? Oh, there you are. Yeah, you just came up now.
Here, you can use mine.
Okay, yep.
if it's actually going to do anything. I don't know what it's going to do. And it might just be stuck.
Well, I know it took a really long time for that comment to pop up. On my end, anyway.
Hmm. Yeah, it is. I don't know what it's doing.
A little slow.
It's acting like I'm not even there. What is going on? I don't know what's going on.
Well, if you want to send the link to me, DM it to me. I can post it.
Yeah, I don't think he even posted it at all.
I don't see it anyway.
Maybe it won't recognize. Okay, where do I need to go? Where do I need to go?
DM it to me on Facebook.
The one I always talk to you on.
No, it's the only one you're friends with me on.
Just bear with me, people. So, Jax, tell us what makes Jax who Jax is.
I'm not breaking anybody.
It's all your fault, Jack.
Right?
I'm just gonna blame you for everything.
You broke it.
Got it. There we go.
See, now I popped up right away. What the heck?
I don't know what happened. It obviously said that no, that's not going to happen.
It should just pop right up.
So, I forgot what I was going to say now.
There we go.
Yeah, see, it worked for her. How come it didn't work for me?
I don't know. Post something else to make sure that your name is going to pop up with a wrench.
It's showing on blue.
Well, I haven't seen you pop up blue yet.
Yep,
you're blue
she's
now.
blue with the push.
It just wouldn't let me do nothing.
And that popped up right away.
That's weird.
So,
Sheila. You see Sheila? Blue la da dee da da die.
I was saying that song. But yeah, what Kara just posted there for me is my teespring, and of course I'm not asking because this I'm putting this as Ghost Ops. This Ghost Ops idea. I mean, y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how. I just thank you if you help. I mean, y'all gonna make me cry, but
Well, that's what family does. We help each other. That's what we're meant for.
Yeah, but it's for me, I really appreciate it, and I don't ask for help this way, but it's for me, I guess you would say it's kind of embarrassing in a sense because my life is like since Bill has walked into it's like just been so great and so amazing, and for me to not be there with her, it's just like I don't look at it. I mean I sometimes I tend to look at it as as a handout, and that's not what I'm about.
It's not a handout, and you did not. People are willing to offer it, because we care about you, your family, and we want the best for you. It's not a handout when it comes from family and comes from love.
Ghost Ops, what do you want the link for? The link to come up or what?
Yep, he wants to come up, I believe.
Okay, I'll send you the link, my friend.
Right back.
And I'll send it to Ripley too if she'd like.
I'm gonna have to pop off the panel. I gotta have a meeting with my guys about tomorrow's shooting schedule, but I'll be in the chat. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming up.
Yeah, thanks for having me up.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I will be in the chat. Love you guys.
Bye. Love you too.
Hey, Ops.
What are you guys doing?
Hanging in there.
Yeah.
You'll be okay. It wasn't you guys wasn't asking, Jackson, and don't feel bad, brother. Life happens. I mean, this is the times that we live right now with COVID and everything. You know what I mean? Like, you're not the only person that's in rough straits. You know what I mean? This is
Right.
life. This is what happens. And if people can help, then let us help. I mean, it's important to us. I mean, so let's make it happen. I mean, even like I was telling Ripley, I was sitting there, I was like, man, we gotta do something. It's family. We've got to do something. I told her, I was like, even because I still have my shirt equipment. I was like, even if we had to do a shirt drive, a Vel and Jack shirt, and just all proceeds go to you. You know what I mean? To you guys. I mean, I'll
Right.
print them for free. Whatever we got to do, let's do it. You know what I mean? It's important. There's no reason to cry about it, Vel. It's your family, sweetie.
I know.
We love you.
We love you.
Yeah.
I was just excited when he said he was moving.
Well, that's the plan. Well, I mean, it's either move. It's either move because if I move, I want to get out before the snow flies.
Yeah.
And it's like,
But I think like Massachusetts, it's having a little rougher as far as like the restrictions that they're putting as far as statewide.
What's wrong with the sound?
yeah,
And it's tough for anybody to find a job right now. You know what I mean? If it's not flipping burgers, I mean,
Mhm.
or something, it's tough. I mean, people just aren't hiring right now. It's the time that we live. I mean, it's not. It's due to where we're at in our life in this world right now. It's nothing on you, man, and don't be embarrassed about it. You know what I mean? You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't. I mean, you not working right now is just a product of the environment that we're all in right now. So,
right.
Yeah, that's why I told him to come this way because I know of 3 places that, I mean, they're factory jobs, and it might be kind of hard a little bit, but they're begging for help.
I'll be right back.
And my son got himself fired yesterday.
what was it?
My son got himself fired yesterday.
How old is he?
26.
Oh yeah, he's still got a few more of those to go.
Yeah. I was like, you were there for 2 days. What did you do?
I made it through like 4.5 hours one time before I decided just to
Oh,
walk
Lord,
off.
here he goes.
Like I went through orientation and they walked me through the plant, and it was just some of the nastiest looking like people, and and the place was all filthy, and I'm like, I don't ever think I'm better than anybody, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm better than this place. So when they walked us back to where they were doing the orientation, I picked up my papers and I walked towards the door. The guy was like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Anywhere but here, brother. Anywhere but here."
That must have been a really bad place.
Oh, it was just one of these, like, it was a factory job, and like when you walked around, like you seen every like addict in the Tri-County area there, and I'm like, I want no part of this.
Yeah. And I
So
think that's kind of how my son is. I mean, he's never been that general laborer kind of guy. He's the computer nerd. He makes
Mm.
video games and stuff like that. So to put him on a pallet jack and he's actually, got to do manual labor and lift things, it's kind of not in his forte. But
not in his wheelhouse, right?
yeah, it wasn't happening. So, and I told him, I said, well, you're not going to get, one of the computer nerds right now. I mean, he's still trying to get his GED and everything. I said, you're going to have to just do some college courses and get some tech schools behind you before you get behind a computer and make the big bucks. I guarantee that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Lord, you don't figure it out till you're about 30. So
Yeah,
he's still got a few of them to go.
yeah, he still wants to be a DJ in Nashville.
Well, there's dreams.
I said, I hope that ain't your permanent job.
Yeah.
Where'd Ripley go?
I don't know. She was in there in the in the one room. I think she might have bounced. She's got a different phone. Like, we were having issues with our phones the other night, and like mine, the touch screen's starting to go out of it. So if I touch the middle, like the button at the bottom hits too. So she went back to her old phone, and I think she's been having troubles with it. I'm like, oh boy, looks like we're headed for new phones.
I don't have a cell phone.
But then again, I'm not hard on phones. Now, my wife, on the other hand, is extremely hard on phones. I get one phone every couple years. She gets one phone every 4 or 5 months.
Well,
she burns them up.
Yeah, I don't even have a cell phone. I wouldn't even know what to do with a cell phone. Everybody says, well, you have to have one in case you're broke down on the side of the road. I am so old school. I still have a house phone that has a cord to it,
But she can do anything on, like, when I need to figure something out, I either get my son or I get her.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this thing.
That's what I do to my daughter. It's like, what do I do now? If I can't pick it up and say hello, no. If I have a cell phone, it's going to be one of those flip phones.
Oh, there's been plenty of times I've just handed her the phone and been like, here, fix it. Because I get into stuff and I'm like, I download stuff and then I don't know what I'm doing. And then I've got it all jacked up and I'm like, here, can you please fix this thing for me? But yeah, if you don't care, send me the link and then we'll see what we can do with it. Okay. And then I might shoot you a couple of, if you don't care, I might grab your like your old designs and do them in a monocolor so it's easier to print, and I'll send it to you what it would look like, and maybe we can do something like that. I mean, hell, everyone will buy a t-shirt, and maybe we can do something that way. There's all kinds of ways we can go about this. I mean, it's important. So, you know.
What I miss?
Which link do you want?
Your PayPal, and then I'll put it out on my channel, and I'll put it out on my Twitter, and I'm sure Hensley probably will, and all those guys. So
yeah, it's actually on my Veil channel, but I'll give you the link.
Oh, that's okay. If it's there, I'll go grab it.
Yeah, it's right there at the top by the t-shirts.
And then I'll, because I mean, honestly, I can print a T-shirt. I can print about 50 shirts an hour. And really, I mean, if you went just a black shirt, white monocollar type design,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might have about 350 in a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And if, everyone, Lord, if it's not Teesprings, you're not having to pay $25. I mean, shipping on a shirt's only a few dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can get you $10 a shirt, I mean, profit, that'd be well worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a special Get Jacks to Missouri. And then we got to have extra money to make sure he gets a cowboy hat.
Yeah, you got the boots, don't you?
Oh God, you know how much he'll look like Walker Texas Ranger when he moves out there if we can get him on a cowboy hat.
Oh shit.
I can't wait to hear his first redneck words.
Could you imagine? I don't think he'll ever lose that accent. I think it's just he's lived this long with it. He'll just be out there without it.
That's funny.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Yeah, I can't wait till he says his first redneck words with the Boston accent, like y'all, us, and your mom and them.
Oh shit!
Can you say cornbread? I mean, I know you can't probably with R's.
Cornbread.
Corn.
Corn. Cornbread.
He's getting
Cornbread.
I got
Corn.
Corn.
getting better.
He's getting there.
I got tickled at you earlier. I looked over at Beth. You said something about washing something, and it was with the hard R. And I'm like, oh my God, you sound like my granny. I'm like, listen. And Beth's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, she said wash. It wasn't wash, it was wash. I was like, I ain't heard that since, I was like, I ain't heard that since my granny.
I say wash all the time.
My granny would all the time. She was out of the hills of West Virginia, like big, scary St. Albans area.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pie and five. And she had all kinds of different things. I would get tickled. She never did. She had moved to Ohio when she was like, I think 9 or 10. And she kept that real thick West Virginia. Like it never left her. I mean, she kept it her whole life.
Yeah, see, I spent a lot of time, as a kid, in the Cherokee Hills there in the Blue Ridge Mountains. So, even though I live in Missouri, I still had the Tennessee drawl. And I think one of the ones me and him was talking about the other night, what you call it, a face cloth? And I was like, no, it's a wash rag. And he's like, a wash what? I said, a wash rag.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a wash rag.
It's a wash rag.
It's a wash rag.
You sound all technical.
3
I
years
think it's
old
just that.
hanging up on me now. See this?
I think it's just that Appalachian. I mean, it's just that's what I've always heard it called. Yeah.
Wash rag.
Yeah. I don't think I even know what's the other term for it.
Washcloth.
A washcloth. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wash rag.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah. I think I've always heard it called that. Like I've never heard it called anything else. I guess.
No, my cousins from California call it washcloth.
Yeah.
It's like they call pop soda.
It's kind of like that line when it's pop and it's soda. So I guess
it's pop.
I see. My granny always called them knee highs because you had the knee high.
The knee high soda, the knee high pop.
Yeah. So.
Yep. They there used to be. Did Ski ever make it down to the Tennessee line where you were at? Ski Pop? Nope. The Kentucky.
It was kind of like Sprite, wasn't it?
Kind of like Mountain Dew.
Kind of like a Mountain Dew. It was the Kentucky Headhunters made it famous in that Dumas Walker's song. But Ski was the only place it was ever produced was in Wellston in Jackson, Ohio. And the distribution on it wasn't very far, but they had come through and done like some county fairs around the area and absolutely fell in love with ski pop. So they'd put it in a song. But yeah, a lot of the old timers around here still call it ski. Like, I mean, even if they're getting, any kind of pop, it's still ski pop. You know what I mean?
That stuff's nasty as shit.
My Aunt Nancy used to drive up when she would come up from Florida. She would literally load down the back of her car with ski. Like she would go to like 3 or 4 grocery stores and buy it all out so she could take it back to Florida with her because they didn't have it down there.
Wow.
It's disgusting.
What was that? I was looking for something they didn't have out there in Boston. I don't forgot what it is now. But anyway, yeah, I'm just broad range of stuff that's going to be different for him. The slow, laid back pace is what I'm waiting for him to like. It's going to be like, hello.
Yeah, when yeah, that's going to be hard. That's hard for a lot of people that move out of the city into like the country, is like that slow. Nobody gets in a hurry. We get there when we get there. Not a whole lot of people. Way of life.
Yeah. Make sure you leave an extra hour and 30 minutes early just in case you get behind a tractor.
Yep.
You never know.
You never know. Yeah. It'll be funny to see him out in the boonies.
Yeah. I'm going to have my camera ready.
Well,
to Missouri.
Just make sure that you get like a camera that will, pan up higher than his butt from now on.
Yeah, right.
So you see what's going on.
Well, he needs to come down to my level or
Yeah, I heard you use that bullshit excuse, and I called it out for exactly what it was. It sounded like a BS excuse, like, "Oh, he's so much taller than me. If that camera was dead on from your eyes to his butt, he'd have to be 10 foot tall."
Yeah, but he was on a hill and he was walking ahead of me.
But yeah, we'll go with that. If that's the story,
I'm sticking to it.
I think that's the first fib I've ever heard you tell.
He was ahead of me and climbing up a hill. Was he not?
I think he was. We'll go with it.
He's gonna pick on you now.
Yeah, I'm shaking my head just like Jax. Sure.
You know, I cannot tell a fibber because my mouth starts tasting like lava soap.
Really?
Yeah, I told one lie to my granny whenever I was younger, and I was supposed to went out and got the eggs for the chickens, and I didn't. I just didn't do it. And she asked me, "Did you go and gather up them eggs?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did. They didn't have none." And yeah, there was a lot of eggs out there, but she made me eat that old green gritty lava soap.
I was about to ask if it was the green or the black. There was 2 of them.
It was the green, and it was so nasty. I still, to this day, I taste that in my mouth. I mean, I ain't tell a lie. That was gross.
That youngest one of ours, she'll tell you a lie and tell it for the truth. Like, she doesn't come up off of it unless you absolutely corner and threaten her with something. She'll tell it for an absolute, like it's gospel. It's wrote in the Bible. I mean, she don't blink an eye. She don't, she don't squint. There's no tails. Like, she would be the greatest card player ever because like, if it wasn't so outlandish, I wouldn't know that it was a lie. Because I mean, this kid could tell me it's raining cats and dogs, and I need to go look. Because I mean, she tells it for the truth now.
She's a believer in herself.
You guys are talking about cowboy. I got this fake thing. It's okay, but
he needs a Stetson.
Yeah, he needs to pull it up on the sides. You know how the guys had the bills, but he needs to pull his up on the sides just a little bit. Not that far. Yeah.
And he needs to pull the front down. We'll turn him in. We'll turn him into a right fine hillbilly before it's all over and done with.
Yeah, right. Could you actually see him on a 4-wheeler?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, seeing him on a horse would be a good one.
Yeah,
There we
especially
go.
after about 30 minutes. It's a little harder than you think.
Kara says, "Ghost Stops. Would you like to be a team member on the GoFundMe for Jax?"
Sure. I mean, we'll do whatever we can do. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing with a GoFundMe, Cara. I've never done one, but if you need me to, run propaganda on it and hoop and holler, and get on my soapbox, I'm more than anything I can do to help. So you just tell me what I got to do, and we're there.
I go out there and hold a twisty sign and make it spin around in circles. I'll make something happen.
Hey, if I gotta start stripping again.
That's what she said. I need to go to Fifth and Main.
I'll just send my pasties and the Speedo to Jax. He's got a little bit better body than me now.
God, I walked on the wrong conversation.
Jax, we're trying to convince Jax to take up stripping.
Oh.
He's gonna be a Chippendale, a Chippendale.
Chippin' Jack.
Chippin' Jax. God, who did I say that to the other night? It was somebody, and our lives just run together. Like, I'm in so many lives, and there's so many good. Like, I wish somebody could get with everybody and go get like the funniest one-liners in all of our lives here in the past month, like a blooper reel of all the good jokes. Somebody would get a ton of views out of that thing, because there's been so many funny things said here of late. But it seems like we're growing, though. I mean, like everyone's, like the family's growing a little bit and bringing new people. Like we're seeing a lot of new faces and stuff. So
yeah, I've got to see a lot of new people. I never met Nubs before, and I remember whenever I first met Grinch, and I was just adding on to his channel because his funny parodies, and I'd watch them every once in a while. But then next thing I know, I'm in a chat room and everybody's talking to Grinch, and I get to know Grinch. So get to know Grinch and Rev, and quite a few out there that Kara. And
I absolutely love Nubs. Nubs, he probably has one of the kindest souls of all of us. I mean, to be honest, he's got the problem with his hand, but he doesn't it's not an impediment to him. Like, he uses it as an asset to his life. I mean, he's got a great sense of humor, and the dude has a heart of gold. Like, he blows up everybody's channel more than he does his. If somebody's live, he's on Instagram, he's on Twitter. I mean, he's promoting everybody else harder than he promotes himself. And I absolutely love that guy. That guy's awesome. I try, like every couple of days, if I haven't been in a live with him or something, I try to shoot him a message. Hey, hey Nubsy, what's going on, man? Love you, brother. And I always get a message back from him. He's just, that's good people right there.
Yeah. Go
ahead, sweetie.
No, I was gonna say I just have trouble in the morning of hitting everybody up, and I like to say good morning to everybody, but usually I just put out that one post, and if you can read this, I hope you can see me. Good morning.
To lock them so they don't. But yeah, it's I don't know. I like.
Oh, I broke it.
There goes my wife. That's how we always have to buy new equipment.
Hey.
I like shouting out people, but I'm always afraid that I'm going to leave somebody out. Like I think one of my first shout outs, I shouted out everybody but my wife.
Assholes.
And everyone else catches it but me. I'm like, Hensley, Boots, blah, blah. I'm going down the list, and then Hensley calls me out. He's the first one. He's like, hey, what about your wife? I'm like, Oh no.
And I've actually done that, forgot people, and they'll post on my my feed that I guess that I'm not special or something. So I actually, if you guys don't see me doing that anymore, that's the reason I did, because I do not like leaving people out. And after you get to a certain point, I mean, I think I've got almost 2,000 people over there. I mean, try to name 2,000 people. I don't have that many subscribers. I mean, wow. But, just everybody that I know and that supports me, and I support them back. But I can't name. You only got, so much space on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So I just
You
put
have,
one big post up there. Good own it.
yeah, you have a limited amount of characters that you can use in your in your tweet. And then when you have that many people that, as the family has grown so much, even in the little time, I've been here for 2.5 months, and there's so many more people, than when I first come through the door.
Mhm.
There's no way, like, unless you did a 12-page, click everybody on your friends list, there's no way to cover everybody. And and you find yourself, shouting out the people that you constantly see in, your lives. But I hate doing it, because I feel bad. Like, if I was to leave somebody out, I mean, I don't ever want to single somebody out. I don't like, I laugh and joke and carry on all the time and cut up. But I mean, the last thing I ever want to do is hurt somebody's feelings. I mean, that's just that's not cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially done it unintentionally, and I just put up one big thing now, and what I try to do, if you have a new video out, y'all probably, if you've been over there to my Twitter or however you want to say it, get a new video out. Usually I'll sit there and watch it. I'll give it a like, give it an upload to Reddit, so you have that extra point, and then I throw it over on Twitter and tag you in it. That's what I do. It's like, I seen it.
Yeah, like the other day, I had off, and I literally, like, everyone, it seemed like everybody went live, and I was trying to go back and, like, videos I hadn't seen, or videos that had been uploaded and I hadn't had a chance. I at least try to go watch a couple minutes of it. Goosebumps, I think I have you on Twitter. I can DM you there. That sounds great, sweetie. Yeah. But like, I spent the better part, and I wasn't watching like whole videos. Like, I was watching like a 5-10 minute segment, and just so somebody would get the view, and I would like it, and throughout a few shares here and there. But I was just watching like 5-10 minutes, and I think I was like 5-6 hours into it. Like, I'm like, where did all this time go? Like, I didn't do anything productive, like at the house. I literally sat and watched, a lot of people's videos, because it's important, to go watch, their videos, and be interested in their content. So, they have those positive feedbacks. But yeah, I mean, there's so many of us now. Like, it's just, I mean, it's great. I mean, there's the only drawback is there's so many of us now. I mean, it's great, but
Yeah.
getting to everybody.
And it will take you quite a while. I mean, and I miss so many videos too, because there are, like you said, 5 hours. If I sit there all day, I might be able to get everybody. So, trying to share, love to everybody. I try to get in. I mean, there's even a lot of live streams that you try to get into, and then plus, you got your stuff you got to do, and plus our investigations. I spread thin on some days, and I finally donated that, Fridays or Thursdays. I either pick one or the two that I am sitting in front of the TV with nothing but my remote.
Yeah, it, like, because I get to make my own schedule. But there's, like, I come home and I'm all the time growling, because like on my long days, when I go in at 8 in the morning and I don't get off until 9:30, I come in and I'll be damned if somebody's not live, and then somebody else goes live, and then I look up and it's 12:30, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I'm like, oh crap. I'm dead to the world again. But I mean, even doing the drive-by, hi, love it, see you guys later. I mean, even that means something. Even if you can just, hey, just stopping in, showing a little bit of love, gotta go. But I wanted to make sure, I said hi.
Yeah, I do that a lot. A lot of people come to me, oh, I hope you're not mad at me because I didn't stay for your live. No, guys. Just, hit that yay button. I mean, and say hi to us. Let us know you're there. That's all you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think everybody's so hyper aware, or so hyper aware not to try to hurt somebody's feelings, that I think a lot of people overthink it. They think the worst, because they're not there the whole time, or they're not in the comments the whole time, or they're, somebody didn't show up to their live or something like that. That's, I've been kind of blessed, because my first live, I looked up one time and I had like 6 people in the panel and 13 people watching. I was like, hey, I made it. I'm big time. I got more than, I got more than 5 people. This is great.
Yeah.
But, if somebody doesn't make it that, I like hanging out with, I don't give it another thought. Like, I love having Dave in my lives. I think that guy is awesome. He's super smart. I mean, he is so freakishly intelligent. But he's on a different, time zone than we are. I mean, he's, our night is his day and our day is his night. And it seems like we always kind of bump into him though. But, there's days where I know he's going to have to get some sleep, and he's not going to, make it into one of mine. But, I don't hold it against him when he doesn't show up. I just know that life happens,
Exactly. I mean, we all have, sometimes we might have, family emergencies, and some days that we just don't feel good or work too hard. And I mean, I try not to overthink anything. I mean, I'm just as easy peasy going if you get to know me as can be. I mean, drama free. I'm just a lot of people, like I said, think I'm a little uptight, but I'm not an uptight person, really. I mean, I do joke around. I'm just
It's got to be harder. It's got to be harder too. Like, I complain about not being able to get to everybody, but you guys have a lot more people, that have subbed to you or that you've met along the way than I have. It's got to stretch you guys even more thin than me and because I don't have as many people to try to worry to get to yet. I mean, there's a lot of folks that you guys have met that I don't even know exist yet. So
you're not far behind though.
Oh, I'm dragging up the rear. Me and Bootsy.
No, you're coming right up my ass.
My one thing is to catch her. Like, she rubs it in my face all the time. Like, she'll go to Tube Buddy and she's like, I got 330. I got 333, and I'm not moving at all. And I'm like, I'm gonna go on the biggest begging spree ever. And then when I beat her, I'm like, I got 334. I got 335. She gets me all the she pushes me, like, to want to go get more subs and chase her. But like, me and Boots, like, I want to see me and Boots hit 1,000 together at the same time. Like, we have this little competition between one another, but I mean, it's not like when he's racing up and catching me or I caught him, it was never, anything negative. It was, I literally want to see us hit. It'd be cool if we got 1,000 the same day. So
yeah, that would be awesome. We would make you do something together. Thank you for that, Kara.
yeah.
Thank you, Kara.
I was going to say something I then forgot. It's kind of blown my mind. What you need to do is what I call them is the auction channels. Oddly enough, there is a girl that I worked with that does have one. She is Vietnamese, and I speak a little bit, the Vietnamese language, and you go in there and it's like an auction house is what I call it, because when you say hello, then she says hello to you, and then she says hello to everybody else like 3 or 4 more times, and it's kind of like go stops, go stops, and you could probably get like 45 subscribers while you're in there just for 45 minutes.
I, I I've tried to, like, everybody, like, when, like, you get a lot more followers on Twitter, it seems like,
Mhm.
like a ton on Twitter. So when people randomly add me, I'll go look them up, on YouTube, and if I
Mhm.
like their content, and they seem like
Right.
they're, pretty level-headed about stuff, it's not a bunch of crazy stuff, then, I sub them.
Yeah.
And I've got a lot of subs back that way. But people, I just, it's crazy. Like the whole, people get hooked up, or they get caught on this 1,000 mark. Like, people, the sub for sub, or the
Yeah.
buying. I would rather have
100.
100, yeah, 100 subs that 50, 60 people watch my stuff regularly, than 1,000 that, I
Yeah.
only get 50 or 60 people
Mhm.
watch me. So I'm cool with growing slow. It'll happen one of those days. I think everybody just rushes it.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's so worried about getting there. It'll get there eventually.
Yeah. Kind of like
I think,
watching bread rise. It'll get
yeah,
there eventually, and once it's ready, then it'll be the best thing you ever had.
I think I'd read somewhere that the average YouTuber, I think it was the beginning of, maybe it was the beginning of this year, beginning of last year, the average YouTuber to get to 1,000 um, subs and the appropriate watch time was something like 4.5, 5 years. And it's the watch time that people have
Mhm.
the biggest problem with.
Mhm.
And PLE's got it. I mean, he's just burning through watch time, but that dude's doing a live all the time, and he's kind of cracked the code. These lives, man. I've noticed, like, when I started doing lives, like, my watch time minutes would jump by thousands. Um, it's because so many people are in watching it at the same time, and you run a 2-3 hour live. I
Mhm.
mean, it helps a lot. But I mean, I guess he's zooming right through watch hours because of the amount of lives he does, and God bless him for figuring out for cracking the code.
Yeah. I just don't have all that time to. I'm glad he's able to do it. I can't. Time. I do my lives on Wednesday, and if I take my free time on Thursday, then Friday or Saturday I'm doing an investigation. Well, it takes me Sunday and Monday to set that video up and give out all my appreciations and stuff. Follow everybody's YouTube, watch video channels. By then, Wednesday's already rolled back around for me to do my live feed again and start all over. So it's
And the thing of it is, like, if you let this be, it's a full-time job.
mhm.
Like, just, it'll keep you busy every day. Um, and that's if you're putting out content one time a week. I mean, if you're doing the investigation, and then your 2 to 3 days to edit and make the video, really presentable for an audience, and then by the time that you do that and you catch a little bit of, live time, or chatting with folks, you've burned through the week, and it's time to start it all over again. I mean, I
Mhm.
don't know how these guys that have made it huge, they've got to have it like an editing team, and they've got to have some other people that's behind the scenes that's really helping them out, because a one person show, that's
Yeah,
tough.
I don't see how they're doing it. I mean, there's no way. I mean, because me editing and stuff and trying to do everything. I mean, when I go to bed at night, I'm just like back in the day when they worked in the field. When I go to bed, I'm tired. You
Mm.
know, I mean, I feel like I put in a whole day's work, and it's
When
not.
I first started editing my videos, I was using Power Direct, and, like, I'd sat on that computer for like 6-7 hours, just moving stuff this little bit, tweaking this. So, like, when the video went to this screen, the music went high or the music went low, and I fidgeted around with so many buttons. When I went to sleep, I was editing the video in my sleep. I was dreaming of editing a video. I'm like, this is too much. This is I'm doing it in my sleep. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah. I haven't done that yet. Yet.
It was just, I guess, is where I'd sat so long and done it, and it was still racing in my mind because I was just wore out and just kind of slumped over and went to sleep. And Ripley has moved the big computer that we do all of our editing, the really, really good computer, over by the bed. So it's on my side of the bed, and I'm constantly wanting to do something on it. And then I'll just be doing stuff and doing stuff and doing stuff until I just get to the point where I'm so tired I just kind of slump over.
Wait, you have anything, Jax? I mean, I see everybody's dwindling down here. Kind of at a 2-hour mark there.
Yeah, well, I just want to thank you, everyone, for coming, and thank you for Kara and Ghost Stops for coming out with that idea.
Yes, thank you guys.
That was like really touches my heart.
love you.
I hear Ripley back there.
Yeah. Guys, I'm going to sign out and let you guys do your thank yous, but keep your head up, Jax. We'll get you there, brother. Love you guys.
Thank you, Ghost Ops, Ripley. Thank you. I'll see you Wednesday.
Love you guys. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get ready to close this out. I'm going to put this up here one more time. Oh, where'd it go? It ran off. We have the GoFundMe for Jax there to get him going and get him on his way to his better life and better job away from the chaotic bustle of Massachusetts. I said it correctly. Also, there is the PayPal, which is connected. It's at the top of my Through the Veil channel. Y'all know how to find me. I don't think I've seen anybody in here that doesn't know me thus far. It's got the little P on it. Whenever you click on it, it's pretty self-explanatory. Thank you guys so much. You don't have to do anything. I mean, you don't. And I'm not gonna start balling again, but I mean, y'all are family, and we really thank you and appreciate it, and we are blessed to have you all as friends and family. Yes, very much. And who dat? Who you? Who what? I'm reading their comments here. And she said, "Who are you?" I'm your sister. And who what? You don't know me, Ron. You spoke the wrong person. Ron, my buddy. Yeah, Kara says she's also going to put the link in her Twitter, so you can get her over there on DEM_Red Dragon at Twitter. Woohoo! We have Al's in here. So yeah, soon as we get Mr. Paranormal Underworld, Jackson here on his merry feet, then you will get your first video on Shrouded Darkness. And unless we collaborate somewhere and meet in the middle, but I would like to do it,
Yeah.
Being here, that's the goal and the objective in it. So I hope as a channel that, we're going to have fun with this, and we're going to be, also be very, I don't want to say educational. That's too strict. I hope you learn a lot from us, and we want to learn a lot from you. That's what we want to do. If y'all have any ideas, feel free to hit us up at our email or Twitter page, which is Jax. You can give that because and look, Jax is not even ready. It's
No, I'm not even ready. Hold on. I'll be ready in a second. Reason why I'm not ready is because it wasn't. They couldn't even give me the right handle. At Shourded, capital DARKNE1.
at
So that's at capital SHROUDEDDARKNE1.
one. Okay, I hope I just put that in there correctly. Yeah, that's so there's no S's in there?
No S's. There wasn't enough room.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they only let us have half of it. So yeah, you can get a hold of us there at Twitter. I don't know about working on a Facebook yet, but that's the best place to get a hold of us currently right now for any suggestions or questions that you will have. Go for it. And I will not forget to check my emails. I am on that. So we want to thank everybody for coming out. I really don't know what to say. I'm go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, I'm actually speechless. So I thank you guys really from wholeheartedly for what you guys are doing. Seriously,
Yes, thank you so
I
much.
can't thank you enough, and I love you guys so much.
Love you guys. So with that said, I think we're gonna head out of here, and I don't know, just be looking for us. We don't have a set date yet that we wanted to do a live or anything like that. I personally do mine on Wednesdays. You know that. You'll see Jax over there until we get this one really rolling. So I will see y'all Wednesday for the fall fan thing over on Vail. And I love you guys. Thank y'all for coming out. And I can't wait to see y'all again over here. And we have something fun and exciting to do. So, everybody, have a good night. Love you guys.
Good night. Stay spooky.
It's spooky.